What's up, everybody? It is Matt, and it is Wild Wednesday. I hope, first and foremost, that each and every one of you are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that great jazz. And please do like, share, and subscribe, everybody. I love seeing your new faces around here. And if you ever have any questions or comments, please do comment below. I always like seeing your guys' comments, even just any of them. They're all fun, you know. I mean, if it's positive, I will respond to you. If negative, I'll just ignore you. Anyways, let's go on to today's film. Today's movie. This one is a movie. It's not a film. It's very, very fun. It's a movie that I used to watch as a child over and over and over again, and as an adult, I do as well. I can watch this movie and do it almost word for word. I could probably talk about this one for a half an hour if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'm gonna spare that for you guys. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It's sometimes I run into films that I just love and adore, and I love talking about them, and they just make such an impact on my life. And this is one of them. This is one that I am happy that I own. Especially this edition that I have. It is absolutely stunning. It is one that will go down in the record books for very good top notch releases, and it comes all the way from Arrow release. And this one's only a PG-13, surprisingly. Granted, this was made in 1988. That can really change a lot of things, in my opinion. Let's see. What do we got going? Yeah, like I said, 1988. It's only PG-13. It's running at an hour and 26 minutes. Whoop! Let's turn it back upside right. It's none other than Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This is an absolute stunning piece of work. This is released by Arrow Films. They do some amazing work, in my opinion. Some of the price, they can be a little pricey on some of their stuff, but some of them are really worth the price, in my opinion. Let me go ahead and show you the release here. This is the front cover artwork. Very cool. It's got like a holography, like metallic holography type stuff on there. If you can see it, it kind of has a shine to it. And then that's a slip cover, one of those handy dandy slip covers that is the newly commissioned artwork there, by the way. And since it's Arrow likes to do reversible artwork, I do have this one. This version pointing out, which is the old school VHS version that I remember growing up as a kid. And like I said, this is reversible. That's what you get on the other side. So if you like both that artwork, you'd rather have that one pointing out, why not? It's absolutely beautiful. Arrow just every time crushes it. I plan on doing some more Arrow stuff here in the near future, just because I really, really enjoy their stuff, and I want to not only watch more of their stuff, but basically spread the love to you guys, so you guys can see the stuff and know exactly what it is that the cut that I'm watching or anything of that nature. As far as your special features go, this thing is like stacked. There we go. All right, that's something for you guys there. You can go ahead and pause that or whatnot and take a gander at that. You're going to have to pause it on that one because there's a lot of special features as usual. They threw everything in but the kitchen sink, as that old saying goes. Now this one stars Cramer, Suzanne Schneider, she's from Return of the Living Dead Part 2, I believe. Or was it part 1? No, it's part 2. She's in that one. She's the one that's with Tom Matthews in that one. She's a fun role. she lets Tom Matthews eat her brains, and he tells her that her brain smells spicy, and she's just it's just a ridiculous scene, and it cracks me up every single time. That one is one I know a lot of people don't really, I mean, not a lot of people, that one gets some hate because it's so much more, it's goofier than the first one. It basically, it takes all of the elements from the first, but it makes it, they add more humor into it, and they add in a terrible kid actor, which always like can bring down a production or a film or a movie, whatever it is that you're watching, a short film or TV series. That's something that can happen, especially with child actors. They say don't work with children and animals because they won't do what you want them to do. I mean, no matter what you say or do, they will not be able to do it or replicate it. Very, very tough. I almost said annoying. That's not right. No, it's not annoying. It would be very tough to work with. Would get very frustrating and hard to really, I guess, see your ultimate vision from your film on screen. One thing that I do love about this, there's not. I mean, there are a couple child actors, but they're not. Part of the story, as in the grand scheme of things, they're not you're not following a small child's character like you would normally for a movie that is PG-13 that involves killer clowns. Very it's this is a grown-ups movie that you can watch with your children. It's fun. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing one of my Killer Clowns from Outer Space t-shirts today. I didn't plan on doing this one for today, but when I threw on this shirt last minute, I thought of it, and my mother-in-law gave me the idea as well to do Killer Clowns from Outer Space today, and so why not? It's a classic. What is it about? It's about this. There's this group, or let's just say, let's start with the group of the couple that are going up on this secluded area where they can kind of like do whatever without being like hassled. Other than the cops come rolling through there sometimes and bust them up. It's like a lover's lane type thing. It's so done so corny in 80s, like it's beautiful. They see this like meteor like thing like crash down in near where they're staying at. Turns out to be they go where they think it is, and there's a circus tent there. It is funny how that happens, and you got this magical scene with Royal Dano is his name. Awesome actor, I love him. He's great in this. He was like one of those old timey. I think he was a Western actor, if memory serves me correct. He he's great. He was also in a movie called Space Invaders, which is another one that you could watch with your kids. That's fun and has like a sci-fi horror element to it. So do check out Spaced Invaders if you like stuff like this one. I think you might enjoy it. I happen to enjoy it. I do not own a copy of it, unfortunately, not yet. At least I will eventually get one. I'm hoping that they do a cool Blu-ray or something like that for it here in the future. I think it deserves it. Now, who else is in here? Oh, and you got John Vernon, who is always great. He was in Animal House, Curtains. Oh, shoot. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, which is an absolutely hilarious Wayans Brothers movie. It's one of my favorite spoofs. A movie that spoofs on others of all time. It is just absolutely uh, hilarious. It's almost perfect for the times. It really shows that you can have a sense of humor and still live in that element and create a top notch product. Very cool. And this is directed by Steven Chiodo. The Chiodo brothers work on this one. They wrote, produced it, all that great jazz. They keep joking like they're going to make a Killer Clowns Part 2, and it's going to be in 3D from last I checked of things. I doubt it ever happens. It's been so long, 1988. It's been 22 years. It's been, or no, it's been 32 years. Excuse me, 32 years. I need to work on my math, Matthew. But 32 years. I doubt that they ever do it. It wouldn't work in my opinion. It would probably be horribly bad. And they talked about bringing back a lot of the same characters that were in this one, which I guess if you're gonna do it, you might as well bring back the ones that are well known for it. It's I don't know. I don't know what to say if they ever do a sequel. I'll watch it, but I wouldn't be proud of it. Um, but they find this circus tent where like right around where they see this meteorite crash. You have like I was going into, there's a magical scene with Royal Dano where he's going along with his Pooh Bear, his dog, which is this like bloodhound looking dog, very, very good looking dog. I like big dogs like that. I'm not big into the little small dogs. They bark a little too much in my opinion, but I have a couple dogs myself. Both of them are labs, so I am a huge fan of the dogs. So when Pooh Bear gets killed, I kind of like draw a little tear, like no, don't kill the doggy. But then I realize it's a PG-13 movie. They're not going to do anything horrible like show it to you or anything like that. They keep it nice and family friendly. That is about as family friendly as you can get with a movie like this. I I don't know if I could say that somebody under the age of 13 could watch. I would say so. I would hold it up there with Monster Squad as one you could watch with them. Um, What else? What do we got? There's the clowns are taking people and putting them in cotton candy balls. It's absolutely hilarious. They shoot popcorn that turns into little monsters. There's a great scene that involves this dude right here, this big guy, where he's sitting out of I think it's like Big Top Burger or some stupid name like that. It's a burger joint that he's standing outside, and there's this little girl on the inside, and she's eyeballing him, and he's just like, "Come here, little girl. Come here, little girl. Come here." But I mean, he's not saying that. He's doing this all silently, and and this little girl is getting up and going towards this giant clown who happens to be behind his back. He is holding a ginormous mallet. Um, I might be wrong for saying this, but if he would have bonked that little girl in the head, I would have died laughing so hard. That scene still, it cracks me up still. Just thinking about it makes me smile and like want to laugh because it's such a cool scene. I've wished if he would have just got a bonk on her, that would have been awesome. The little guy here, he's great. There's a really cool scene where he hangs out with some bikers, or he has a little bit of an encounter with some bikers. This guy here, he has a nice little segment where we're going on. I mean, it's not split up into segments. He has a nice little part of the movie where he's hanging out in like a drugstore and just thrashing the place, and you go inside the drugstore, and it shows the guy that's the pharmacist that owns and runs the joint. He's just back there like, oh my god, and he's like the police don't believe anything that's going on. I mean, how could you believe there's clowns from outer space coming around and killing you, putting you into cotton candy balls, or shooting popcorn at you, and then they use like the rubber balloon animals. They fashion a dog out of it, and they chase after the people with it. It's very funny. It has lots of little things like that. So basically, it's these kids. They're not kids. They're 20 somethings. They're trying to stop the world from getting completely invaded and killed by the clowns from outer space. That is the roundabout way of saying what it is about. I went through 14, almost 15 minutes to say that, but I love talking about all this, that, and the other when it involves this film, and it is top notch. I hold it up there with oh geez, what are some of my other favorites? One that I'm going to review Friday. I can't. It's actually the one Friday I like more than this. If you guys tune in, then you'll see one that I absolutely love and adore and watch probably. I don't know how many times, at least 30, 40 times I've seen it. That's how good and how much I love it. And this one I have seen it probably that many times as well. So let's get on to some ratings, guys. I've blathered along long enough. We're up over 15, coming up in that 16-minute mark. I want to give it a 4 on the technical side. It's a little above average. The effects work for it perfectly. There's some fun gags that happen during the film that help us make the film the movie a lot more solid. It I guess is an overall like high production value for such a like cult in the film, like I mean B movie cultish type film. This is I would hold it in that level. I would not say this is an A-level type movie. It has some A-level type entertainment values going on there. I will say that. So let's give it the 4 on let's give it a 4 on both sides and call this an 8 out of 10 actually on entertainment and technicality. We'll give it 8 out of 10. I think it deserves it. Tell me, what do you guys think? Do you think this movie is good enough to hold up there with some of the greats? I mean, it's no Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Last House on the Left, but it is amazing. It's no Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. It's no any other like space horror comedy type films you can put out there. This is the granddaddy of them all, in my opinion. All right, y'all, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I got things to do. I hope each and every one of you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow with another great one.